What is going on, everybody? This is Dylan with Dylan Talks Tone, and this is your weekly gear news update. If you like guitar stuff, guitar videos, all that kind of stuff, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button and the like button because that is what we do here. Let's get into some of this news, and then I've got something cool to tell you at the end of the video as well. We start off with the Chase Bliss Generation Loss MK2. This is what they call a stereo magnetizer. So basically, it looks kind of like the MK1, the first version of this pedal, but the idea is that it kind of injects some vintagey sort of sounds into your guitar sound by making some vintage tape sort of sounds. So VCR tape, if you know what that is, if you're old enough to know what that is, audio cassette tape, some various other things like that. There's also like a boost built into this thing, so you can basically raise and lower the signal. There's a bunch of stuff. In fact, it's Chase Bliss. So there's lots of knobs and switches that do lots of things, including on the back panel, there are 16 dip switches to make this thing do a bunch of different stuff. So if this is what you're into to kind of try to get some vintage sound out of your guitar signal, I think this is a pretty cool pedal. You know Chase Bliss, it's like a spaceship of knobs and switches, but they usually do pretty cool things. TC Electronic has come out with a reissue of a reissue, or I guess it's like a bold new graphic of a reissue. So what is this thing called again? The SCF Gold SE. So this is a chorus flanger thing. This was actually their first pedal they've ever made, way back in the day. But it is a reissue of that pedal, so it's got a lower noise floor. This was already out, this already existed, but now it's gold. So you've got a gold version of a reissue of the original pedal, the very first pedal that TC Electronic ever made. It does exactly the same thing, it's just gold. And speaking of bold new graphics, Charvel has just released 4 new colors of their Pro Mod 1. You can see them here. We got the silver sparkly thing. We've got like a burst thing. We've got this bare walnut sort of thing. My favorite though is, they call this the sunburn. So see how it goes from like yellow to red, and then they change the pickup color as well, which is pretty cool. So it's an ash body, and they do that thing where the grain really shows, and then they fill it in with a couple of different colors. It's a pretty neat finish. So basically, the guitars are basically the same. They're just different colors. Bold new graphics, as we like to say. EVH has come out with 4 new models. So we've got the Eruption, which is pretty self-explanatory. You see it there. It looks like the Eruption guitar, so white with the black stripes. Then we've also got the limited edition 5150 Deluxe Ash. It's got a kill switch button. You can see it there, as well as just this completely bare finish. You can just see the ash showing through. Clear finish guitar, super basic looking, pretty cool. Both of those guitars have Wolfgang humbuckers in them. And then we've got the 2 new Wolfgang standards with different wood tops on them. So these are basically just a regular Wolfgang standard with just different wood finishes, as well as roasted maple necks on them. So if you're a roasted maple person like I am, then I think you'll dig these guitars as well. And these also have like the compound radius 10 to 16 Wolfgang normal stuff, just with new wood tops. If you've followed Tosin Abasi at all, or Abasi Concepts, his guitar company, you'll know that it's a completely different approach to a guitar. I love how he has developed these things. It's like, you know what? I need the guitar to be shaped a certain way so that I can play it. So they're kind of wacky looking for the more traditional type folks, but it makes a lot of sense. If you watch him play the guitar, it kind of makes a lot of sense. So the Abasi Concepts, what is this thing called? The Larada Legion series. This is going to be his most affordable version of this guitar so far. So it's $19.99, but in comparison to some of his other guitars, that is actually more affordable. These are made in South Korea. They're basswood bodies with wenge necks, I believe, and they are really, really cool. They're going to have Fishman Fluence, Abasi pickups in them. So they're still going to be very, I don't think there's going to be anything wrong with them. I think they're going to be fantastic guitars. If you're into the Tosin Abasi thing and you want to get into it for less money than some of the other, well, they're kind of spendy, but they're really cool, kind of edgy. And what I really like about it is he is a guitar player that said, I have an idea, and he's making the guitars now. And apparently they're doing really well. At NAMM, when they were showing some of their new stuff, that double cut thing that they just came out with, I mean, there was just a crowd, absolute crowd around. Even when he wasn't there, it was one of the most busy booths at NAMM. So people really dig these super edgy concepts, and I think it's pretty cool. Megadeth's Rust in Peace record, 1990? That's already a long time ago. Gibson and Dave Mustaine are coming out with a Rust in Peace V. So the V is just the V, but it's obviously the 25.5-inch scale. It's got the Dave Mustaine pickups in it. It's kind of bold new graphics thing, but I think it's kind of cool. It's lime green. I like the inlays on the neck. There's like a 2-color inlay on the neck. Black hardware, tusk nut. So a bit of a more modern take on the traditional V, and maybe a little bit even more modern than the normal Mustaine V as well. So, but 25.5-inch scale obviously is the big thing because it's a Gibson. That's not normal. So it's a pretty cool thing. If you want one of these, I think they're available now. I'll put a link to it and a link to as much of this stuff as I can find in the description of this video. I think these things are $29.99, something like that, which is pretty much in line with what all of the, what many of the normal signature model stuff from Gibson is going for right now, right in that $29.99 area. So makes sense. It's a cool guitar. Do you want a green one, or do you want the other one that they already came out with? Fender. You know, Fender. They just came out with another Acoustasonic. Actually, they came out with two. The Tele style Acoustasonic as well as the Jazzmaster Acoustasonic. They're the American-made ones for $19.99. However, they have mahogany tops instead of Sitka spruce tops. And they say that this is more than just a look thing. They say that they sound different, and I guess it would make sense. It's a hollow body kind of guitar with a different top on it. It would probably stand to reason that the guitar would sound different. So, I don't know. Haven't heard it. Haven't played one. But these are super cool. I know they're very polarizing. Not everybody likes them. Some people think they're stupid. But actually, in application, if you play out live, everybody I've ever known that has bought one of these is like, this guitar is actually really cool. So to have one with a mahogany top, especially if you want to change up how that thing sounds, that might be a thing to do instead of the spruce top. And they look pretty cool too. The Jazzmaster burst top, especially the one you see here, is pretty sick looking actually. So we're back in the shop, making a bunch of pickups, shipping stuff out. We're shipping a bunch of more stuff out today. Shipped some stuff out yesterday. Got some pretty cool new changes coming to the channel. Got a couple of cool new reviews coming, which is very cool. Also, we're shipping out now the special edition mesh top P90s that we made, that we sold last month. Those are shipping out over the next week or so. And then we added another one yesterday to the website. So I'll leave a link to it in the description. We're doing a special edition, just a short run mesh top humbucker that I think you'll really dig. This is our DAF, which is basically, it's our vintage PAF style pickup. Super low output, like 7.6K, something like that. Alnico 5, really, really good pickup. Nice clarity, works really, really well. But we wanted to put it in a cool kind of custom cover, so I think you'll dig this. Let me know if you want it. Well, you can just click the link below, and I will know. Thanks for hanging out. We got a live stream coming out tomorrow, which is going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. FAQ, all kinds of stuff. We're going to put a post up on Patreon and a post up on our YouTube wall for our YouTube members as well, so that they can get questions in early and get featured on the screen during the live stream. The other thing that we're doing is we're doing a live hangout on Zoom. We have a Patreon level for this coming Monday, I believe. It's the last Monday, the fourth Monday of every month. We do this, and we kind of got a little off course because of that whole Denver thing, and so now we're back on, and I just want to let everybody know that's what we're doing. So you can go over to patreon.com/DylanTalksTone and take part in that as well. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you tomorrow.